there, Anita. Hope you're having a great day today. This is your video lesson. Let's see two things we want to talk about. I'll talk about those two things. If you have questions at the end of this or want me to look at anything, feel free to shoot it on over to me. I'm more than happy to answer. Remember, next Saturday is 4th of July. The studio will be closed according to the calendar, and then we will reconvene the following week. So let's get to it. So what I'm going to go over now is the chart for Allison by Slowdive. Remember that the goal for this one is not Crazy Guitar Olympics. It is, can you sustain power chords through a 4-minute song, right? That's the goal, is can you play a song all the way through without stopping? It definitely beats the alternative, which is playing little fragments of this thing and that thing, or playing A5 to B5 for a few minutes at a time and not really playing along with the song. So more about that in a second. First section of the song is an intro / verse. The intro of the song is the same thing as the verse. You get yourself your A5 power chord here at the 5th fret. Remember that in power chords, the pointer finger tells us the name of the power chord we're playing. All power chords are given the ending 5. And depending on where you're placing your pointer finger in this shape right here will determine which chord you're playing. So once you know the names of the notes on the 6th string, and once you know the names of the notes on the 5th string, you should be able to find any power chord that you want, right? And if you play power chords, really that is, you get a lot of extra songs added on your plate, or things that we can do. So this is definitely an important teaching point. So we have the first bit here. We have the verse, which is 1, 2, and 3, and just the strum is just straight 8th notes all the way through down strummed. That's all it is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 bars that. And obviously, as any good shoegaze, oh, what's this? Oh, wait a minute, that's probably why. There we go. That's gonna work. There he is. We got 4 times for the verse. Number 2. So you play that all the way through 4 times. Like I said, the challenge is not that this is Guitar Olympics and these wacky, crazy chords are going to stretch your brain. It is, can you play this for that long without getting fatigued? I've had plenty of times where I had played a recital and I practiced all day because of the day off. And I practiced all day, and then when I got to the show and I played, my hands were exhausted. I get like 20 minutes into this thing, and like my hand is dying. And I made it through, but it was touch and go there for a while, and I didn't play my best. So what I should have done was I should have been practicing that way weeks beforehand. Sorry, turn that off. I should have been practicing that way weeks beforehand, making sure I was strong enough to play that thing. My teachers, when I talk to them, because they go on world tours, I'll talk to them, and they spend like 3 or 4 months before the down beat of the first show, and they are in the gym getting ready to play all the shows. Right? They might spend, can I play the set 4 times through, kind of stuff. Just that way they make sure when they get there, they are on their A game. Same thing with us here. So that's the verse. Then you got the chorus. E5, remember that's our little half bar chord right here, right, where we're using the hyperextended tip joint. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 into A. We're gonna do that part 3 times. One more time. Then I'm going to go to the next section. I'm going to go to D5, 5th fret, 5th string. 4, 1, 2 bars of that. 1 bar of B. A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 to E. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Back to verse. So really this song is just switching back and forth between the verse and the chorus for I think almost all of it when I looked at it. So what I'm going to do is next time you're in here, we're going to come in and we're going to exchange pleasantries and ask each other how we're doing. And then I'm going to smile and then say, okay, it's time to run Allison. And then we're going to put it on and we're going to play through the whole thing, like all 4.5 minutes. and then I'm going to see how your hand's looking at the end. If you practice this between now and then a fair bit, then when you get through, you should be in good position right there. If you finally get 3 minutes in and you're like dying, then that just tells us that you need to work on your stamina a bit more. Cool, so work on that, and we're gonna put Allison all together for next time. Part number 2, oh my God. One take. So, sorry, put this back on. So what do I get for, there we go, it should stay. There we go. Awesome. And then part number 2 of the lesson is chords level 2. These chords are what we're going to need for our next project song, which is Sonnet by The Verve. There's some great tunes from the pop Brit bands, and the reason why I chose this one is because I find that shoegaze and Britpop are very similar in terms of textures, so this is also just great stuff to work on too. The first chord in here is E minor 7. It's like a normal E minor chord, but now what we're going to do is we're going to add another finger to it. We're going to add our ring finger right here. If that's a tough reach for you, you can also use your pinky for that one if you want. Got to tap it here for you too. Right, same thing before, if you don't know the names of the chords or have trouble locating them, or go, hey, what is E minor 7 and we're playing a song, the song becomes difficult to play. So first step is just being able to play that chord without worrying too much. Same thing we did before, off and on, right? This is why we wanted to have our open chords really solid, is because now we're going to use those same exact chords that we used in, I believe it was Three Little Birds, and I think we did, I want to say that we did, it was either Zombie by Cranberries, I think we did the Bob Dylan tune. Those are the chords that we're going to now build off of. It's why we even bothered learning them in the beginning, is because that makes sure you know those chords. That way when I give you these chords, they make sense, right? They're not just abstract shapes with funny names. Then we get to A minor. But instead of playing A minor, we'll play A minor 7. We're going to take our ring finger off, and it makes it more chill. That's one of the hallmarks of that Britpop and shoegaze sound, is that they are more complex chord sounds. But we need to know the early chord, the beginner chords first, so that we have a basis for understanding these now. Next chord is going to be F major 7. The best way to get to this is you go to a C chord and you bump your second and your third fingers down each one string, and that gives you that sound right there. Nice dreamy sound. Right, we'll talk about sound next time. Right? So we got E minor 7, we got A minor 7, we go to F major 7, and then we go to G6. G6 is a G chord, and all you do is take your ring finger off. There's a reason why these chords have a name. These names, we don't need to know those yet, but if that's something you're interested in, that's something that we can talk about as we progress through things. Right, so job for next time is, can you play those chords memorized for me without going, oh, what's F major 7? Is that E minor 7 with a different finger? You want to be able to recall them quickly. That way when we work on the song, you don't have to think about where your fingers go. We can concentrate on learning the song. Cool. So work on that for me. Like I said, if you have questions, let me know between now and Thursday. I'll be out of the studio Friday, Saturday for the holiday, and then I'll be back the following week. All right, take care now. Bye-bye.